Hey guys, it's Max. Welcome to our iPhone SE versus Pixel 3a camera comparison. Right now I'm recording video using the selfie camera. Both support 1080p 30, and you guys can see the difference in sharpness and dynamic range as I'm turning around. And you guys can also hear the microphone differences as we jump between these. Let me know which one sounds better down below. Starting off with this indoor high dynamic range shot, the SE is a little bit brighter, where the 3A exposed darker. The 3A has a little bit more noise but a little bit more detail, and it's actually just a little bit darker overall, but the dynamic range is actually very similar. Moving outdoors, I like that the SE shot is brighter. It looks more true to life, and it's actually a little bit sharper as well. Next, I took this macro shot and they look quite similar. Once again, the 3A is exposing darker, and if we pop in here, you'll see that the SE does have a little bit more detail. And the trend of the 3A exposing darker continues with this shot, but in this one, I actually like it better. I like that the 3A has a wider selfie camera, but for some reason I actually focused on the background and it underexposed my face, making it look worse. Another benefit of the Pixel is that you can use portrait mode on objects, not just people. So that is really great, but comparing the leaves and the flowers, the SE gets the white balance right and it has more detail. Moving back to video, the SE looks a little bit more stable. These are both 4K 30, but the SE can actually do 4K 60. And then if we compare the actual quality, the white balance is spot on the iPhone, and we're seeing a little bit more detail as well. The Pixel does allow you to zoom in more than the iPhone, but it does look quite bad. And then if we just go ahead and zoom the same from the full image, we could tell that the iPhone has a little bit more detail. Back to photos, this was a tough dynamic range shot where everything was quite dark in real life. The SE made it look really nice with its newest smart HDR. The 3A once again underexposed, which doesn't look great. And then for a portrait shot, the 3A forces you to crop in, but in this case, it does look better with more detail and more realistic blur. Once again, for well-lit shots, the iPhone nails the exposure and white balance, and it has a little bit more detail, where the Pixel just looks a bit too dark. If you're somebody who likes to zoom in on their phone, the Pixel does way better. Google's algorithm gives us nice detail with a 5x zoom compared to the SE, which just looks a little soft. And here's a mixed light portrait. The 3A's colors are way off. The SE nails the colors right, and we have good detail as well. The same thing goes for this shot. We had daylight from outside, and overhead we had warm light. The SE nailed the white balance, where the 3A definitely looks off. But everything changes when we go into lower light. The Pixel 3a has better colors, better detail, and less noise. And now, even without the night mode, the 3a is exposing brighter than the iPhone, which is weird. And finally, we have an ultra low light shot. The Pixel 3a does have night mode. You guys can see the massive difference compared to the SE, which doesn't. And to finish it off, here is some low light video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you think the Pixel 3a did a better job due to Google's extra software, or do you think the iPhone SE did a better job thanks to that A13 Bionic processor? I want to hear you guys' opinions. Go ahead and click above to subscribe, and if you guys want to see some extra videos, we have some right over there on the side. Thanks for watching. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next video.